Hi, Tana Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. And today I want to talk to you about being tired, something I'm so familiar with these days. And as always, I'm coming primarily from my perspective as a caregiver, but this can apply to anybody. And I have just been so tired all the time recently, but that's because of my situation. But we all get tired from time to time, and it could be because of our schedule. We might not be getting enough sleep. We might not be eating well. We might be overcommitted, have a crazy job, pets that demand our attention every minute of the day, or kids, or, if you're caring for a loved one like I am, you're on 24/7. Yes, I hear you. Uh, but in general, aside from all of that, sometimes you're tired because there's a lack of enthusiasm in your life about what's going on, what you're doing, what you have coming up, that kind of thing. Or there might be a lack of fun, or both. And again, as a caregiver, those two things can be sorely lacking. So you need to be conscientious of these two things and make sure that you include them in your life. And it will keep you from getting too tired too often. You're still going to get tired, that's inevitable, but resting as much as you can and taking care of yourself as best you can, that's all you can do in that arena. But you can try and make sure that you have something to be enthusiastic about and make sure you have some fun every once in a while. And along with that comes real connection with like-minded people. So me being isolated with my mom, I have to find these things on my own, whether it's in my own mind or whether I'm reaching out to friends or just on social media, which I don't like to get too involved in because that can really suck you in and then shift your energy in a different way. That's not always great. But okay, hi, Boo Boo. Oh my God, it's kind of perfect they both showed up because they're like, hi, pay attention to me. And I'm like, I'm tired, leave me alone. These two cats wake me up, mostly Boo Boo. I love him to death, but he wakes me up at like 4 a.m. every day. He's meowing at my door, and I try to ignore him, but he just wants me to put food in his dish. There's already food in the dish, but I have to make the gesture of putting food in the dish. So I'm trying to break him of that habit because it's really messing up my sleep. How if I could just get Boo Boo to leave me alone till like at least 6 a.m? That would be awesome. But as far as enthusiasm, fun, and real connection with like-minded people, this is something that I've actively been working on over the years. And the enthusiasm for me comes from the stuff that I'm involved in, that I study, that I research, that I love learning about with holistic health and law of attraction, which is why I'm here sharing this information with you, because it's my passion and it's what I enjoy learning and teaching and coaching and sharing with you. So that keeps me enthused. And then actually having this time while I've been caring for my mom to figure out what I want to do with my business and how I want to set it up, that gets me excited. And that raises my level of enthusiasm, even though I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. That just knowing that I have a plan, that raises my level of enthusiasm. And when I just imagine, and believe me, I spend lots of time visualizing, imagining, immersing myself in these images and scenarios of what I want to be living later, that helps raise my enthusiasm because I'm like, yes, this is what my life is going to be like. And I love it. And it's so exciting. And it makes me happy and fulfilled. And that makes me enthusiastic. And as far as fun, I used to go to Disneyland a lot more often than I do now. I used to go once a month, at least once a month. And that's dwindled for many reasons. The people that I used to go with aren't available any longer. So now I just go with different friends here and there. And what's great is I always have people coming to me going, I want to go to Disneyland with you. And I'm like, I will go with you. But now I have to make sure that I have my caregiver lined up. I have to make sure she's available. I got to pay for her to take care of mom all day. It used to be that my neighbors would take care of mom all day. And that was just easy. It's when she was a little more not self-sufficient, but she could at least sit up in bed by herself and eat, and it was just easier when the neighbors could take care of her for free. But so I deal with that as best I can now. I go when I can, and also because I'm more tired and this is more taxing on my energy, I can't do it as often because I get up at the crack of dawn. I'll usually get up at 4:30 in the morning to take care of everything I need to take care of before I leave the house, hit the road at 6:30, because I like to be there when it opens. Because little tip for anybody who's going to Disneyland, if you get there right when it opens, especially if it's on a day where it opens at like 8 in the morning, you're going to have the whole park to yourself for at least a couple of hours. And I love that. So that's just my thing. I need to get there super early, which is why I got a hotel room for my birthday. So I was just already there. Made life a lot more easy. So that's tiring. And even though I love going, just the thought of getting up at 4:30 in the morning makes me go, ugh. And also the traffic's later. So that's one of the reasons I like to go earlier. But again, one of the reasons I got my husband his own annual pass, because we are down in that area pretty often, maybe about once a month. And we used to go to downtown Disney just for dinner. Now, if we do that, we can pop into the park and we can walk up and down Main Street or ride the train or go on a couple of rides or just walk around or have dinner at one of the restaurants in the park, which is awesome. So that fun is still there for me. It's just not as frequent. So I do have to find other ways of having fun. And yeah, I can't think of a lot of obvious ones off the top of my head because that's at the top of my list. But obviously spending time with friends when I can. But again, I'm limited, and usually they come to me, or I can go out briefly to meet somebody for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. On the weekends when I have some coverage from my mom, if my husband and I go shopping somewhere, and I love that I'm married to a metrosexual who loves to shop, so he loves to walk around the mall with me. How lucky am I, ladies? So as often as I can, I'm trying to make sure that I have fun. But sometimes fun is just hanging out with a good friend or having a great conversation with one of my close friends. I've recently reconnected with one of my friends from Capital that I'm busy with mom. She was busy raising kids, and we've started talking a lot more often. And whenever we do that, that just raises my vibes and makes me feel so good. And that's fun. It's fun to reconnect with a friend and just talk and talk and talk. And so if you're feeling tired, think about where you're lacking in enthusiasm and fun and real connection with like-minded people who really lift you up, not the people that drain your energy and make you feel like crap or want something from you. The people that are really your friends or your family that care about you, that you feel great after talking to them or spending time with them. And if you look at these three areas and make sure that you have that in your life, I guarantee you won't be as tired. Because have you ever noticed that when you're just kind of tired and dragging along, and then something comes along, like someone calls you and says, hey, you want to go here? All of a sudden you have energy. So tired doesn't always mean just physically tired with lack of sleep. It could be all these other things too. So just if you make sure you have something to be enthusiastic about, that you're having some fun, and that you have great people in your life, you probably won't be as tired. And caregivers, you just got to get it where you can or create it or go look for it if you're stuck at home or stuck caring for somebody like I am. But it's still possible. If I've been able to do it, then anybody can do it. And you just have to get creative and just look for opportunities, and they are there. They are there, I promise you. So do this as often as you can, incorporate this into your life on a regular basis, and you won't be tired as often. And it's definitely helped me. But, there's also the emotional aspect with caregivers of the emotional roller coaster. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. There's a slow decline. Now she's kind of hit this plateau where she's just, she's eating a couple of bites in the morning and the evening, just enough to kind of keep her going. She's so skinny. It's a weird time, and that's why I like to share these experiences for any other caregivers out there who are going through the same thing. There are a lot of elements here that play into me trying to make sure I have enough energy and dealing with being tired all the time. So that's just another aspect of being tired and what could be causing it, specifically for caregivers. And, for mothers too. It could be for new mothers or mothers who have kids at home. This is something that a lot of people deal with, and I'm with you. I feel your pain. I feel your tiredness. So whatever you can do to make sure you have something to be enthusiastic about. How can you raise your enthusiasm? What gets you excited? Even if it's thinking about something in the future and you have no idea how far in the future it is, get that image, get that idea, that plan in place that you want for yourself. Okay, boo-boo, I hear you. I don't know if you can hear him, but that's what I hear at 4 a.m. every day. I don't know what they need. What do you need? I don't know what you need. Come up here and be with me. Make sure you have some fun. Make sure you have great people to connect with on a regular basis, and the people who really want to be there for you. And even if they don't fully understand what you're going through, that they're supportive and that you feel great after you have any kind of interaction with them, whether you spend time with them or talk to them on the phone. Keep them in your life on a regular basis. So that's my message for you today. Tired is not just physical. It can be mental, emotional, spiritual. And just make sure you're taking care of yourself in any way you can. I'm doing the best I can. That's all we can do, right? So I'm here for you. And I'm sending you love and support for whatever you're dealing with that's making you tired. And also, as always, I just want to thank you for joining me here. I really appreciate you being here this week. And you can always jump over to my website if you want these delivered to your inbox every Friday. Jump on the mailing list. I'd love to have you there. And just go into the weekend thinking about this. What do you need to have more enthusiasm, have more fun, make real connections with great people? And try to include that in your weekend. So take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.